kidding me? That nut's loose. What kind of freaking crackpot YouTube channel am I running? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, I'm going to fix a little deal with Frankus. I'm going to be putting these rack bushings in. Actually, they're rack limiting bushings to be more. Yeah, this says limit spacers. The problem I got right now is if I take Frankus out for a little spin and I crank the wheel too hard, the wheels rub. I don't know what they're rubbing, the strut, something like that. Whatever it is, I'm not going to demonstrate it to you because it's worse than fingernails on a chalkboard to me. So we're just going to dive in and just take care of this. I'm almost tempted to put 3 on each side. This kit is a Daniel Carpenter kit. It comes with 6. So what you do is you put these in the rack and it keeps the rack from going full extent. I kind of don't want to get back into it again, so I might just put all 3. And we're also trying to stab 18x9s on the front of this thing in the near future, so this will also help out with that. Today we're going to make this thing a little bit more drivable, turnable, something like that. Let's get under there. Okay, we are under here, and what we need to do is remove this bellow. We need to do that because the spacers go on the shaft that goes back and forth inside of the rack. So we're going to remove this. We have to actually extend this out by turning the tire. I probably, at the very least, need to turn the key forward so we can get the steering wheel unlocked. And this should be able to move back and forth. If not, we got electric power steering, which, by the way, if you have not seen that episode, I'll put a link to that right here. This car has Volvo electric power steering in it. So there's been a lot of interest in that lately for Fox bodies, and you just might enjoy my video. All right, so first thing we got to do, can you see that? There's a hose clamp, whatever it is, compression clamp. That's a clamp. We got to get that off here and slide it that way. And this actually, the bellow kit that I bought for this is held on with a zip tie. So we're going to cut that zip tie. We also need to get this vent tube unplugged from the bellow. And we'll slide it this way. Then we'll get the steering wheel turned. This should actually not take too terribly long. I'm going to grab a couple tools. We'll be right back down here. Got it. Well, that's not a good sign. Rack's leaking a smidge. Hasn't been that long since I rebuilt it. Alright, this tube came out of the other side. During COVID, I couldn't find a rack and pinion for this thing that was already rebuilt. You know what? I don't care if that stays in there. Anyway, I couldn't find one that was already rebuilt, a reman, whatever. So I found a kit, and I did my best. I did as good as AutoZone does, I know that. The noise you just heard was the electric power steering pump. Oh, I guess I didn't need to crank that over as far as I did. Our spacers just clip right over this. I dang near tried to make some of these out of PVC pipe. I didn't know how well that would turn out though. Okay. You might want to play around with it, see what you actually need. I'm planning for the future here, if that makes any sense. There we go. Cool. I don't know that I really even needed to move this. Get us a new zip tie. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any that are that long right now. So, we're doubling up. Okay, good enough. These limiters are going to keep this shaft from going too far that way. So these 3 limiters are actually for the other side, not this side. So if you have one side that's rubbing more than the other, your extra spacer needs to go on the opposite side that you're rubbing on. These cutters suck. Good hell. Some of the newer Fox Bodies actually had these from the factory. Well, you gotta be kidding me. That nut's loose. Freaking dummy. How did I do that? I better get that tightened up while I'm under here. And we are done. This thing should be golden and ready to go. Crawling underneath that thing will make me feel 80 in a hurry. I'm just going to tighten up that stupid nut down there. I can't believe that was loose. So that's how you do that, guys. Thanks again for watching another episode of the 89 Garage. It's raining outside real bad today, so we're not going to be testing that, but I know it's going to be just fine. Take care, and yeah, see you on the next one.